With that being said, another episode, another day where I have a question for P that P was not ready for, which is always fun for me. I'm waiting for him to have one for me, but I know he ain't got one today. So,
I had like a couple, but I didn't decide. I
no, okay.
decided not to do it, so I'll
So,
save it.
okay, appreciate it. Well, hey, I like being the one with surprises. So, today, and I actually have to think about this. I kind of have an answer, but I don't fully. But another question for you, P. Who was a villain that you agreed with? Not an easy question. Because there's a lot of villains I don't agree with. I tried to go through One Piece and even just like, because there's so many villains in One Piece, right? I tried to go through One Piece. I'm like, there's not a villain that I agree with. Katakuri is like the first one that came to mind, but he doesn't really like have a thing that he's like trying to go do. He's just there for his family. And that's like the only villain that I like rocked with. You know what I'm saying? Um, so
I will say, this may come as a shocker. I agree with Aaron.
no,
I
what, huh?
I
What?
don't agree with how he went about doing it. I think that might be like the biggest shocker for me. I agree with what he was trying to do. He was trying to preserve his people. He was trying to protect his people. He was trying to make sure that his people were good at the end of the day out of everybody else. It's the fact that how he went about doing it was absolutely preposterous to me. I agree with the fact that you want to protect your own, you want to protect your loved ones, you want to protect the people that are close to you. But the way you went about doing it was absolutely bonkers to me. So I think that's a shocker to me.
The
Because
fact that
I
you
don't
said
like
that,
Aaron.
the fact that
I
that came out your mouth is, yeah, very, very much so a shocker. Because I neither of it's not that I hate Aaron, but I
yeah,
guess I've always called Aaron a villain. I think we both agree on Aaron is
I
a
think he is a
villain.
villain,
Yeah,
100%.
1,000% a villain. But I don't necessarily know if I agree with Aaron. So
I like I said, I agree with what he was trying to do. I don't agree with how he went about doing it. I think that there were times to where he could show restraint and he didn't.
he chose
He
not
like
to.
went balls to the
he
wall.
said he said it's either nothing or everything. Like,
Yeah, and again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with what he was trying to do. Like, again, bro, you want to protect your people, you want to protect your loved ones, you want to make sure that you guys are on top. But like, you want to like destroy 80% of the world to make that happen is absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, there were other options that he could have taken and he didn't. So I agree with the idea of what he tried to do. I don't agree with how he went about doing it.
so you're all about. I guess not, because I honestly, Aaron's the opposite of what I'm about to say. Because Aaron was protect the few from the many, basically, right? Like the few that was close to him was more important than the like the world in a grand scheme, right?
Yeah, we had that conversation. Even with shout out to Justin, we've had that conversation to like where, like which one would you protect, like the
Uh,
few or the many?
yeah,
And so I am at the point of my life where I'm at now is that like I want to protect my family
oh yeah. Listen,
100%, and I think Aaron saw that like the island of Paradise, like that is my family. That is who I want to protect. And everybody who wants to come against that is now an enemy to me. So if you come against me and my family, like you are now an enemy to me.
right.
I just think that he could have went about doing it a different way. So again, I agree with what he was trying to do. I don't agree with how he went about doing it.
Yeah. See, I got a character that did the opposite. A villain who decided to protect, I guess, in a sense, protect the many and sacrifice the few that was close to him. Um, and I'm gonna go with Itachi. I
All
know,
right,
I know.
we finna wrap this up, man. We're wrapping this up. Like I don't even feel like we finna wrap this up, man.
But he was the only one, and I'm like, I literally couldn't think of anybody else. I was like, I even have an inkling of agreeing with them. Like,
Having agreements with killing your like, bruh, like that's what we doing. We
bro,
just talked about
it's
this like last
I know,
episode.
I know. Well, no, it'll be at this point. It'll be a couple episodes
Well, yeah,
ago.
it'd be a
Yeah,
couple. So yeah,
the
yeah.
Blue Lock tier list. If you haven't seen the Blue Lock tier list episode, we did a little conversation about who's the better brother, Ace or Itachi, or I guess technically the worst brother, Ace or Itachi.
And we
We
agreed.
definitely agreed that Itachi was the worst brother. But as far as a villain, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying he did anything wrong. He was, from what he understood and what he was told and the information that he knew, he was protecting the whole. You know what I'm saying? The entirety of the village.
Crazy.
The clan's a small part of the entirety of the whole village. You know what I'm saying? So
Crazy.
he
I'm fighting for my family. Like I don't
no.
care if I'm fighting for my
Listen,
family.
oh, like you,
If it's 1,000 versus 20 and the 20 is my family,
oh,
oh, it's my family
we
100%.
going to war.
Yeah, it's my
Like,
family 100%.
yeah, bro. I like you said, I'm at a point in my life. I mean, I got a wife, 3 kids now. I got, but look, they ain't much else. Yeah, I ain't picking nothing else but them,
Yeah.
but them.
So
So I'd probably more side with Aaron in a sense, but Itachi was the first one that I could think of. As far as I would side with, I can't really think of anybody else. Like, can you think of any other villain really that you would side with? Like, I'm trying to go to like my top anime. Um, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I mean, technically,
I
te-
mean, if you want to go there, I think Madara didn't have like a bad sense of what he wanted to do. Again, I just think it was how he went about doing it. Like, dude wanted the peace of all of the ninja
yeah,
world. He just wanted people to sleep and
yeah.
like, hey yo, I'm about to put y'all in this perfect dream, and y'all just sleep. Like, let me take care of the rest. And I don't think that's necessarily like a bad goal.
It,
Again, it's just like you're giving up people's free will to
yeah,
let
you
them do
can't
what
do
they want to do.
that. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
So like I don't think that's a bad idea, but again, like you got to let people live like the way they want to live.
I actually just thought of one. Scar from Full Metal
From
Alchemist
Full
Brotherhood.
Metal,
Yeah, I mean, his whole purpose was like, bro, y'all folks came over here and tried to destroy. Like, basically, he wiped out my family. Y'all killed my family. I got this small little segment of my family left. People, and honestly, he don't even know them really. The small segment of people left. I'm 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 wiping all y'all out. I'm coming for all the state alchemists. Coming for all y'all.
I mean, yeah, again, I think like a lot of villains, most villains are like not just villains for the sake of like just being mean,
Yeah,
evil, and like you have your like Friezas and your Dios who are just like, bro,
menaces.
they
Kid Buu.
just like right, they're menace. Kid Buu, like people who are just like mean and evil just to be mean and evil. But for the most part, villains do have like an inkling to want to do well, but the way that they go about doing it makes them like a very evil person. We've just named three that is like I
Mm.
think Scar also belongs in that realm of like, yeah, you did me wrong, so I'm gonna do you wrong, but like he did mean the best for his people.
So what about? So then, does Dofi fit in that category too? Then
I was going to say Dofi,
I
but
don't.
Dofi is different,
Dofi
man.
Dofi like started because what Dofi does fit in that category in a sense. However, what he was trying to protect was like him being upper echelon above
And I
everybody
think
else,
that's what
and
it
that's what.
like boils
Yeah,
down to is
yeah,
that like we saw his backstory and like dude has no remorse for trampling
yeah,
over people. I don't care
yeah.
if you're like a good person, if you are beneath me, you are a slave.
Right. It
And that's
wasn't
just what it is.
exactly. It wasn't to like protect someone. It was to protect his status. Like he didn't care,
Right.
and at the end of the day, he didn't truly care about his family members. Like he really didn't. At the end of the day, if
No,
you got like he did to a sense, like as long as you were doing what I told you to do, I got you. But you also sacrificial pawns at the end of the day.
no, at the end of the day, like he would give them all. I believe he would give them all up to protect like what he really meant was dear to him. Um but other than that, man,
Yeah.
I yeah, that's a tough question. I would like legit have to think on that. Even like with Orochimaru, who has done like the most villainous of things,
Watch it now.
he's done a lot of villainous
I got
things.
you, but yeah, okay. What you about to say about Orochimaru?
But
Nah,
but
see, hold on, bro.
but you gonna let me finish?
I guess so. I'm nervous
All
I'm
right,
nervous to
great.
let you finish.
So Orochimaru has done like the most villainous of things. From I can't even like mention what he did without like probably getting struck
Exactly.
down.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying.
but at the end of the day, what he really stood for was absolutely being a villain. I cannot
I'm like,
protect
bro,
Orochimaru.
what's wrong with you, bro? I hate when you do that. I think I said this in the Blue Lock episode. I hate when you do stuff like this.
I can't protect Orochimaru.
Ridiculous, bro. Absolutely
That man should be
ridiculous.
locked up.
No,
That,
for
that man
sure.
should be locked up.
Absolutely.
He's running around Boruto free as a
No,
jailbird.
how you
But
like he just a normal citizen. Like he one of the guys,
oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
nobody's
One of
coming
the
after him. Yeah,
bros. when the
Yeah, he's
bro's
good
just
to go.
walking around, bro. What? Absolutely not.
He just like made a like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't protect. I can't protect that
Weird.
man.
That's weird to me.
But yeah, I honestly, I would like to come back and revisit that question. I would really need to sit down and like look at all of the villain characters that we go through. Even nope, can't do that. Never mind.
Who you about to say?
I was gonna say Eisen, but Eisen was just a villain, man.
I'd say
Like
Eisen.
his
Eisen was just
villainy
it,
was for
yeah,
research, but like
exactly.
he was still like
Yeah, there was no good for that except for his
was
own like curiosity. Like,
Yuhabak though. Okay, I can't even. We can't talk about that yet. Okay, never
yeah, you
mind,
can't do
because
that.
not everybody's caught up
The manga, yeah,
on the manga. Yeah, yeah.
but
So yeah, I would need to think about that a little bit more. But that's what I have. I think out of all of the ones that we would mention, I would go with Aaron. I think Aaron had one of the best reasons to do what he did, but the way that he went about doing it was absolutely incorrect. I think that there were better options, but to say like why he did what he did, I totally understand and could get behind.
mm,
Damn,
that's,
dang, excuse me. I am not an Aaron fan either, man. I just want y'all
that's what I'm
to
saying. This
know
is
I do
shocking,
not like Aaron, man. I don't. I
shocking.
think Aaron is like a villain amongst villains. But like core Aaron, like I get where he's coming from. I
Yeah,
get it.
dang man. Yeah, I literally can't think of it. Like I'm going, even just going through my top five. I'm like, I can't think of a really good villain that.
Yeah, like I said, that's rough. Like I said, even Madara, I feel like is one of those ones who had a great idea, but the execution
Yeah, because I
was
know that
not
like
good
there's a
enough.
lot of people out there who have like their favorite. I mean, like obviously we all got our favorite villains, but like people that they stand for. And like I don't even have one of those. So I'm like, it just yeah, this wasn't an easy
I
question.
have a favorite villain, but like dude is just like
A
evil.
menace.
Like
Yeah,
he's a menace. Like so there is no redemption to him.
yeah. Dang. Okay. Cool.
And by the way, it's a JoJo's villain, so
Of course it is. Oh, so
just
yeah,
so you
so
know.
Dio.
No,
Dio.
it's not Dio.
Who is it? Father Pucci.
No.
Who?
It's from part 4.
I don't remember the parts.
Kira Yoshikage.
Oh, Kira, man, yeah, that man ain't, bro. What? Kira is
That man,
trash. I
that
mean,
man,
he's a solid. He's a villain. I
he's a
think
solid villain.
Kira definitely made part four for sure. And I'm
Oh,
not a
100%.
JoJo's fan at all, but Kira made part four.
100%.
Um, but yeah, no, Kira is not a villain that you could like. You can't get behind Kira.
Right, you can't redeem him. Like
Yeah,
honestly, he's just a villain who wants to do what he does, kill the people that he wants to kill, and go about his everyday life doing what
exactly,
he normally would do.
exactly.
You can't redeem that.